Bicep curls are irrelevant. I haven't done sets of curls in almost 20 years. I used to do 135 for sets of 5. 2 plates on a straight bar made me feel really cool. Did preachers, hammers, and all the rest. Honestly, they hold little value except for maybe professional arm wrestlers. And I betcha rock climbers, jiu-jitsu students, and calisthenics athletes without doing curls could do pretty darn well arm wrestling too. But I'm gonna give you 3 moves that are far superior, far more brutal, and make you feel far more like a ninja. So watch this fully and completely so you don't miss the training all of our top students receive. Lee Weiland, Pacific Rim Athletics, Powerbatics, and welcome to training. Let's address the elephants in the room. Size and strength. All right, first important thing to realize is that biceps account for hardly any of the size of the arm at all. The triceps and deltoids make up way more mass of the upper arm. Plus, big biceps don't actually make your triceps strong. Sorry, Popeye. It's the bicep tendon that makes it strong. More on that in a moment. What's crazy, I was talking to my wife about the countless fitness guys with channels going into insane levels of overthinking, how you have to angle your arm to this degree and have this many sets or this exact amount of rest time. There's even a guy with masses of subscribers on his channel, and he's created so many bicep curl videos, you could watch them for a lifetime. And it's all irrelevant to really unlocking new levels and even mental and physical well-being. And then it's like, have you ever had a discussion or debate with someone about religion where they just can't stop? I mean, it's like gross how they can't control their emotions about it, or can't see or think clearly about it, or see a bigger picture. It's like that kind of level. And all they're talking about are literally 2 little things: losing weight or gaining muscle. That's it. It's not like they're saying, oh, try this angle, adjust this, then, oh, someone just landed a crazy new move. Not even the same plane of existence. Back to tendon strength. The tendon is responsible for strength. I should know, I blew mine out. Had it repaired and then rebuilt it even stronger. That was the only major injury in training I ever had. And it was something I was not flexible enough for that did it. Here's what happened. After opening up our facility at 36 years old and feeling like it was the first time I ever really got to train 100%, I built up to level 10 in each of the 5 elements of Powerbatics. One thing though, odd move I never messed around with before was a front giant over a high bar. I was messing around with it in a little combination. Muscle up to a little reverse grip bent arm planche. And then swing over the front side to a switch grip, and then swing to a flyaway off the bar just for fun. I did it a few times with bent arms that day already. Now, think about the forces of just playing around with this stuff. A simple swing on a bar is 2 to 3 times body weight. So that's like 500 pounds or so for me. That's a decent deadlift weight, but swinging around a bar and you don't realize the forces involved. Not only that, but with bent arms, because my biceps were tight, and pop, one of them went. And that's how most people train. 99% of the time, they're muscling it. I can almost guarantee you that you probably are too. Then overcompensations, imbalances, and chronic and catastrophic injuries. People aren't old, that's a myth. They're just doing it to themselves because of mindset and modality. But I had my surgery and rehab and all the way back up to 600-pound deadlifts. That is giants on the high bar and double backflips.
Oh, yeah!
Plus, even better, 1-arm pull-ups. From super strong to surgery, 6 months of rehab, complete atrophy, back to super strong. So follow this guide, I guarantee you it'll help you. As I mentioned, big biceps are actually pretty pointless. Their size is meaningless. The size, density, and flexibility of the tendon matters way more. Plus, the strength of the bicep is in tandem with all the other muscles of the upper arm, lower arm, and most importantly, all the connective tissue, the bands, tendons, and ligaments. That's why I always say to train holistically. But we're actually gonna focus on the arms today, just for fun. Though most of these moves will actually be full body anyway. The first and easiest move that everybody should learn before even touching a weight or thinking about walking into a gym is the straight arm supinated hang with an undergrip, just like the chin up position. This was the first thing that I knew would be the most nerve-wracking after surgery because it directly exposes the weak link. Doctors told me 2 years for recovery, but I got muscle ups back within 4 months. And then one arm handstands, flares, and air flares at 6 months. And then brutal roll-ups in the silks at 9 months. Here's the first one I did on red silks in Spain, kind of a special moment for me. But I knew this would be the true test. The supinated undergrip, chin up, straight arm hang. And I guarantee you, understanding those two endpoints will completely change the way you train your arms. And then progressing from there to the actual chin up. And of course, the one arm chin up. Point A is the straight arm hang in an undergrip, and point Z is the one arm chin up. From alpha to omega for biceps. Now, people who go to the gym and use an easy curl bar because it's, quote, more comfortable, not realizing they're literally sitting there creating a weak link. Literally. Just from that one piece of equipment. In contrast, turning the thumbs out with straight arms stretches the tendons and eliminates the gap where weak links manifest. If a person tries a straight arm undergrip hang for say 60 seconds, I guarantee you they will feel it more than any curl they did in their life. Gonna feel it right in the crook of your elbow, right where they stick the needle to draw blood. Down on the radius bone of your arm, because that's where the bicep actually attaches. Not up where people try to show off their guns and their arm tattoo, but from inside the shoulder all the way down to the lower arm. But probably better for most beginners and even advanced is building the straight arm hang as well as a 60-second chin hang just like this. Now, people underestimate these moves all the time. Like, how much does a chin up really matter? Well, there's a reason anyone can do a dumbbell curl, but not everyone can do a chin up. Leg straight clean. Think about how much weight you curl. Now compare that with pulling your entire body weight up with 2 hands and eventually just 1. Thinking different about your training yet? But don't mistake a screen for a sensei.
Snatch the pebble from my hand.
Don't be a tatterdemalion, get a teacher. Now, you know what would be good here? A flexibility check. Actually, see how flexible your arms are by doing the reverse arm stretch. So this is the reverse arm stretch. When they try this, especially adults, they'll maybe be at like a 90-degree angle like this. It's very similar to the tightness that we often see in the middle splits. And then post-surgery for myself, I was even up at this point here. And the goal should be, and some people are able to go all the way flat down, but we want to be able to just go down nice and low. And then also thinking about the rest of our body as we do this stretch, the legs nice and straight, the feet pointed, and then we can lift these up and increase the stretch back into the arms. But just seeing how low you can go, and I highly recommend filming yourself because you can't really tell how flexible you are, how low you're going in that stretch unless you can see it. So film it or look in a mirror to be able to really assess where you're at. And that's the reverse arm stretch. This stretch is pretty important and it will actually build significant strength. And then that reverse arm stretch is gonna go into one of my staples that I've used for arm flexibility. And it's gonna get you some weird looks in the gym, but it's really, really advantageous for strengthening as well as building flexibility through the arms. This is about 50 pounds. I used to have a gym full of 2,000 pounds of bumper plates and bars and all this stuff. I would use a 45-pound bar for this. So I just have this here now. These are all the weights that I have, just this little set. But I sold all of those weights, all that 2,000 pounds, just to triple down on body weight because we believe in it so much and we use it exclusively. This is gonna be a very different kind of move. It's similar to the body rolls that I've showed in other videos, but we're gonna go in a different angle with the arms. We're gonna go in a supinated grip, just like the hang that we were going over a minute ago. This is advanced and I'm using some weight just to show you what you can build up to. So that is a stretch. The flexibility and the strength and the skill, they all go hand in hand very holistically. And I would do 45-pound bar for 60-second holds. And of course, you don't have to start off with 45 pounds. I encourage the opposite, start with hardly anything at all, just a very light dowel, and just seeing if you can get into that position of just bringing the arms up and leaning over. And you will feel pressure, really stretching all of this, but so much strength in the bicep, that's what we're talking about in this discussion. So flexibility and strength, but also the lower back and the hamstrings. And that's gonna lead to all kinds of other really cool stuff, like the skin the cat, German hang, back lever, reverse flags and muscle ups and all kinds of cool stuff. And you're really gonna feel it through your connective tissue, and everyone is unique. I don't know where you're at in your training, but I highly advise objective eyes, and that's gonna help you not get stuck, frustrated, injured, and all that stuff, but really accelerate your strength and skills training. But you are only as strong as you are flexible. And every single range of motion your body cannot go into is a massive weak link. And you can count on that becoming one of three things. First, catastrophic injury that requires surgery. Or second, a chronic pain that stacks on top of others. And third, makes you feel old when you can literally change it all, despite what all the doctors and naysayers say. And remember, these principles apply to every area: back, hamstrings, everything. Plus, more importantly, your mind. I know not all of you may want to hear this, but greatest command is to love God with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength. Can't do that if we're falling apart. Mind builds body, and the body builds the mind. In reduced capacity, we can't love, serve, or work with maximum capacity. And who wants to be limited? Now, let's put this into a little example workout, shall we? Sometimes I'd include muscle ups and muscle up variations here, since they do involve the biceps, but they actually, and more specifically, involve the lats, pecs, deltoids, triceps, plus all the smaller muscles like the teres, etc. So, not those for today. We'll actually focus on two items in a couplet we call the circ workout. First move is what everyone dreads from gym class in school. In fact, like bicep curls, school as a whole is pretty useless as well. But like the theology debates, it's a whole different topic, and one we need open-mindedness for, just like our physical training. And this will include the third move in just a sec: the rope climb, and even more savage, the silks climb. Options include rows, foot assisted, and going footless makes it full body and brutal. And remember, don't train like a derelict. Stalder those legs for core destruction. Flex your quads to point your feet. Once up, once down, obviously. Second move is handstand wall walks. All the way up, ankles together, arms touch your ears, nose touches the wall. 10 reps, 5 rounds. This is a true arm workout, but full body Powerbatics style. Bis and tris,